Good morning. Welcome to Tuesday. Art suggested that when I arrive in San Diego that I should take people on a tour of my new church. And it gave me the idea I should take people on a tour on my last week of what the church here at Park Hill looks like today compared to 14 years ago. And right now I'm standing on the Labyrinth, which is one of my favorite examples of how things have changed. This beautiful, serene space was a vision of Guy Harris that we worked to make possible. And I just love to see our neighbors come over every time I look outside and there's somebody here. I just think, yep, that was Guy's vision. I take a look at the roof. That's the second roof we've had in the 14 years I've had, both of them paid for by insurance claims that each one was about $140,000. I walk along this beautiful sidewalk and look over at the sanctuary, and that used to be, you could barely see the windows for all the weeds that used to be there. As part of the capital campaign, we really did a lot to make the outdoor more beautiful and to cut down on the amount of grass that we were watering, wanting to make things more xeriscaped. I look over at the Montessori playground, and they aren't dropping off right now, otherwise we'd be hearing lots of screams. But the Montessori expanded to the chapel. One of the sad things we did lose during this time was the presence of Temple Micah, which had been in our chapel for 37 years. They outgrew the space and moved over to Park Hill United Methodist. But inside that are classrooms, and really fascinating, beautiful, wonderful, high-ceilinged classrooms. And we just walk along and see how wonderfully well cared for our property is today, and grateful for all the people, all the folks who have helped along the way to make sure that our space looks welcoming. And of course, one of the things most important to make sure we look welcome, one of the most important things to do to say who we are is to proclaim our church is one where Black Lives Matter. That's a little tour of our space that looks a little different than it did 14 years ago, and I'm grateful for all these improvements. Oh, one more thing, and I can't quite show it to you right now. The solar panels. Yes, so the idea to have solar panels, but we didn't have the money for it. So they said, well, let's just do it with the amount that we can save every year, which has been remarkable, the amount of savings every year. Really, truly remarkable. But it was also, instead of waiting 11 years to pay it off with the savings, one morning, older couple came to my office and sat down and said, we want to give you a check. We want to give you a check because we are disgusted by our Trump bump. And so instead of 11 years, our solar panels were paid off in a year and a half, largely due to several large contributions like that. So on my tour of our building and our grounds in the last 14 years and the changes we have seen, I just wanted to say I'm grateful for all these opportunities, and I will pray that you have a grateful day too. Bye.